What's the core thing you want our listeners to take away from your talks?
The core thing is I'm here to help people to re-remember who and what we are. So this is about self-empowerment for everybody, for people to remember that there is only one great truth in the universe, to be very careful of mind-bending philosophies where all truth is relative and it's just an illusion and all those sort of concepts, because they are very, very clever programs. When you do connect with the greater aspect of yourself, and you do connect with the higher self and even to the I am core, you instantly know there is only one great truth, because that's a part of you that's connected to everything, the all. And the universe exists, it's structured in a particular way, and therefore it's the way things are. So be careful of these mind-bending philosophies that say that all truth is relative, because that's definitely not the case. It only is that for lower egos in the lower domains of the universe that you have relative experiences. But beyond and above that, everybody, you're all connected to the all, and you all have that common knowledge of life about everything. Let me see. So to remember how powerful we are. I mean, when I had that experience in the moon, when I got up off that table and they threw everything at me, and I confronted that draconian lord up there, and I said to him, "Now do you understand?" And he was totally defeated. I sent them a message. I'm saying, we're letting you do this to us. You've forgotten that agreement, that original agreement. And when we, as a human race, want to activate and get going, then you've got nothing. You've got absolutely nothing that can stop us. And that was a very big message I sent to that empire, because that's the Moon, Mars, Orion Draconian Empire. So I want people to please understand how powerful we are, to go within yourself, to stop externalizing, stop giving your power away, and to get ready, because there are events that are about to play out which we wanted. It is to test us, to get us to hold our integrity, and for those who are not ready to ascend, for them to be lured off world, because this is not just about this one lifetime. This is about a universal journey. And the dramas that are playing out here have much greater purpose for them occurring and existing. And so to rise above, get your awareness out of the forest, out of the trees, and see the forest as a whole, and view life from a much grander perspective than what we're currently doing. And to, once again, just say thanks to Big Mama, because the sacrifice of the Divine Feminine is the biggest sacrifice of them all. It really is. What she has gone through to facilitate this experience we're having is colossal. So a big golden key in getting reconnected to your greater self, your inner self, is first of all by just being grateful, expressing gratitude for the consciousness of this planet and the consciousness of this solar system, the forgotten relationship.
So in the end, what does it look like when you're successful? If we all
Yeah.
remember?
Yeah, and we all remember, and we end up going through, and I just want to say, through these times ahead, don't let anyone tell you what to do. Not even me, just don't let anyone tell you what to do, because that knowing of who you are, that knowing of how to do things, of where to go, what to do and how to go about it is inside of you. All the power and all the wisdom you need is in you. And when the time is right, it will come, and everyone's will activate at different times. So just be patient with yourself, and you will see. You will see. That I promise you. With all my heart, with all my being. I know what we have created here for ourselves, and this is coming. This is the curveball we have coming for them. We will activate, and when we activate, that's it. It's already game over anyway. What the future will look like, it's just beautiful. We go through the doorways, we come back out, some of us, we help guide more others through, just help. And people will know that it's their time to go through. And then on the 21st of December 2012, these doorways shut, these openings shut, no more will happen. Mother Earth is activated through galactic alignment for her straightening up on her axis in a fluid motion. It'll take an equivalent of 3 months for her to do that. When she hits center, we're already in the fifth dimension. When she hits center, we then implode all our dimensional aspects. She implodes all her dimensional aspects. everything goes into 0 point, and then what bursts out is universal consciousness. So here you'll have a body of light, a star, and on that body of light will be inhabiting embodied universal creators. Will have no energetic centers, will just be pure universal consciousness in its totality, in its expression as an embodied being. And then a part of our consciousness will go and start creating our own universe using the construct of light, and that embodied part of ourselves will then go back and travel throughout this universe, because we will have responsibilities and obligations with the rest of life in this universe. And so the journey just begins.
Good stuff.
And there's no shadows in that ascended state. I experienced it for a little while. That was the weird thing. There's no shadows. Even under a chair, there's no shadows. You know what I'm trying to say? The whole reality is illuminated from within. It's just a really unusual... That was what I found really. My ego, when I got back from that experience, that's what my ego struggled with. There's no shadows. And everything lives off light. There is a natural environment as well. So, the natural kingdoms are working out who's going to ascend and who's not. I've been in contact with many of their spiritual hierarchies as well, the tree kingdoms and the mineral kingdoms and the crystalline kingdoms, and, because they're having a lot of problems, the crystal beings, because they're so rigid and structured in their way of life. And just look at their expression, it's obvious. So they're having to let go of their mathematical constructs, which is really concerning for them. They have a problem of letting go. So because we're moving beyond mathematical construct, the reality will be beyond mathematical construct.